All right, ladies and gents, I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're in a little bit of a recession, a little bit of a filler arc, if you will. And I don't know what to play at all. Like, as I'm looking at my screen right now, I genuinely have nothing to play. I mean, I do, but it's just like, if I were to play it now, am I gonna be able to finish it and get it out the way before Resident Evil Requiem drops? That's my big question. So I figured I'd go ahead and start up on this series or whatever that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I just was kind of contemplating, because me personally, I don't really like everybody being in my business, but I feel like at the same time, it's just like, it helps to talk about stuff. So I wanted to start a new series called, what was I gonna call this series? Right, The Lost Tapes of KD. So pretty much just telling any stories that happened in my life that was like pretty interesting, pretty funny, yada yada yada. And with that being said, I thought about the story that I wanted to tell today being my first ever girlfriend. That was something else. I believe I was in like 10th grade, right? I was a 10th grade student or whatever in high school. She was in 9th grade. Now, around this time, I did not care for dating whatsoever. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I looked at girls and, yeah, they were cute or whatever, but that wasn't my head canon. I wasn't focused on that. I was over here I was a kid. I was just playing games, stuff like that, nerdy stuff. But, I tried to get into dating a little bit, and I mean, that's essentially how we got this story that I'm about to get ready to tell. I just got done talking to this one girl that I like instantly cut off. Like, I dropped her in the first week, and I felt nothing about it. But, I didn't really think I was the best looking guy. I thought I was mid. I thought I was completely chopped back in high school, or at least back in like 10th grade, 9th grade. 11th grade, I started feeling myself a little bit, but we ain't in 11th grade yet. If I'm ugly, I'm thinking I should date somebody that, around my level that is also ugly. I did not try to pursue no baddies. I had no badges to even go and do that. You feel me? So this one girl, she approaches me or whatever. I'm around my friends. We all chilling, we talking. Girl approaches. She started flirting with me. I'm like, ooh, okay, word. I start flirting back, doing what I do. And she was like, do you want to talk? Because, talking stages and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, we could do that, word. Now, within the first week of me talking to this girl, I already am not feeling her. I'm not gonna hold you. It was cool at first. At first, it was very cool. It was fun. We could joke around. We could laugh. All this other stuff. Then I realized, like, bro, she low-key talk like a dude, and she be getting mad disrespectful. And I'm like, I'm not really feeling her. You feel me? So it was like, I think it was Valentine's Day. We got together around Valentine's Day or whatever. Literally, I cut things off with her the day before Valentine's Day, right? I already told my people about him or whatever, because it's just like, I mean, sure, I guess I ain't got no problem like sharing a little bit of myself with my peoples. And they be like, dang, you already cut her off? I'm like, yeah, like, she not my speed, not my type, you feel? Valentine's Day coming around, right? School comes. Whole day, like, I see her here and there in the hallways or whatever. I'm not really paying her no mind, and I don't really think she's paying me no mind either. I really don't remember that part. But it gets to the point, it's the end of the school day. I'm over here waiting on the bus lot. She's waiting on the bus lot. We chilling, right? I see her. I don't know when I downloaded the Toxic DLC, but that John came in literally that day. It gotta have finished downloading, because I had seen her, and I'm like, I saying stuff. It's like cringy to hear it now, but it's just like, when I said that, I thought I was the smoothest. You feel me? I'm over here like, how you gonna see me all day and you ain't give me no hug? You ain't even like try to give me no kiss or nothing. She was just like, you the one who cut me off. I said, yeah, that don't mean we still can't, I don't know what I was on. And even just thinking about it, I'm just like, wow. It was just weird, because as soon as I said that, whatever, she over here, she's staring, she's smiling, she feeling me, y'all. She feeling me. We ended up talking again. She gave me my hug. I got a little kiss or whatever out of it. I'm just like, ooh. And my bus driver, she sees me and she says something. She's like, oh, I see you with your little girlfriend. I'm like, that is not my girlfriend at all. At some point, we ended up dating. I don't even remember like when we decided to make it official, start dating, but we started dating or whatever. And as you can expect, that was the most toxic relationship I think I've ever been in. Actually, no, but that's for a later date. But that was like my first time experiencing like a toxic relationship or whatever, right? And sometimes it was like really cool, and I wasn't even like the type to be toxic the entire time. Like, you feel me? I don't like arguing. Never liked arguing whatsoever. So it's like, if she were to get to the point to where she was arguing, like, at the time, I'm like, bro, why ain't you believing me? So I'm a kid. I'm like, yo, you need to believe me. So I'm fighting that point, right? Trying to get my hardest to get her to believe me whole time, right? She's doing it for the love of the game. This girl looked me dead in my eyes one day, and she said, I just like whenever you get mad, like, it turned me on. And I'm like, what? Because it's just like, why would you purposely make your significant other mad. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's just, it makes zero sense to me. But I think that relationship lasted about like 8 months or so. But I remember at some point, and this is like whenever it got like really bad, right? She ended up telling me, right, that she ended up talking to one of her exes. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, it's nighttime, whatever. We just got into an argument. She was like, my ex just hit me up. I'm like, all right, cool. Why are you telling me? Like, because I'm very much a do what you will type of dude, right? She tell me her dude hit, or that dude hit her up, right? And that she was about to go link with him. I ain't gonna lie. That John had me devastated. Can I say why? No, like, that John, it had me hurt. Cause I'm just like, bro, we over here, we doing all this arguing. We so young doing all this arguing. You stressing me out. I'm over here, I'm crying because I'm going through it at home too. Gang, I ain't gonna lie. That was probably like the first time I have ever wanted to just straight up Control Alt delete myself, if you know what I mean. Like, I mean, I'm over here sobbing, crying, you know, praying to God. I'm like, God, this can't be true. And guess what? It wasn't true. But we not there yet. That whole night, I spent the entire time crying. I didn't even bother texting Shorty back or nothing like that, right? I'm over here, I'm beating myself up because like I used to have anger issues bad whenever I was younger. Like I just always felt the need to hit something. At the time, I took a pair of scissors and again, I almost try to Control Alt delete myself, but I'm like, yo, I cannot do this. I don't see how people do this. Threw the scissors to the side, boom, mix in my own head, right? I mean, every time I'm hitting myself, it felt like a black flash because every time I hit, it's like a flash of light. I'm over here crying or whatever. I was able to go to sleep sometime later that day. I woke up. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't had no car at the time. So I walked up to the church or whatever, no phone on me. And I'm just like sitting and I'm just like, God, there ain't no way like this is true. Like I need your help, whatever. You know, I'm praying and everything at the church. Church not even open. I'm just outside praying at the church because I'm like, yo, I'm like, now that I think about it, I don't know what the like, I try not to cuss on this channel, I almost cuss, but like, I'm over here wondering, like, now that I look back on it, like, dang, what were you doing? Like, pick your crown up, King. I'm over here, I'm praying or whatever. I walk back to my house. I get a text from her. She told me that she never even linked with him and that she never even got a text message from him. She said that she did it just to make me mad. And whenever she did that, I'm on the phone. I was like, you know, I almost took myself out for you, right? Because you played like that. And I'm already going through it. And she laughed. She was like, dang, I'm sorry, and laughed. And I'm like, in my head, I'm already like, you know, what am I doing? Like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, this is like, well, I didn't even tell her. I had it in the back of my mind. I'm like, yo, this is over because this is like insane. I was like, yo, I gotta fall back. Mentally, I'm in my head like, I gotta fall back. Because I had attachment issues, right? If somebody was around, I would hate for them to go, you know? And it's like, I get attached to people pretty quick, and I still do, and I still like fall in love pretty quick. Now, I chilled out on it, and I got back to my older ways of how I used to, but like, during around this time, I'm like, dang, you know? So, you know, I fall back or whatever, and it get to the point to where every time she argue and it annoys me, I don't even proceed to argue no more. I just shut up. I'm like, word, I'm gonna call you back. Dude, hang up immediately. And then like, it got to the point, it got so bad to where like, she just started sending me pictures or whatever because she thought it would make me happy. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, I don't want this. Like, stuff like that, it really don't excite me. And I'm like, I don't want to see all this. And you only do it whenever I'm upset. Why? She's just like, cuz I'm trying to make you happy. Like, I was like, that doesn't make me happy. Like, stop doing it. Gang. Whenever I told her to stop doing that, right? I was like, yeah, you gotta cut that out. I was like, I'm gonna just take a couple more steps back or whatever, right? She did that, or I did that, right? And you know, I noticed we started talking a little bit less, and she started to change how she texts. I get that gut feeling. If you a dude, you know that gut feeling gonna hit, bro. And I tell her, I said, I just made a little jab. I said, you must be rocking with somebody else. She said, no. I'm like, she lying. She lying. So I text one of my homeboys, cause something that I didn't mention earlier. She used to talk to my homeboy before she talked to me. Now, the thing is, I didn't know she used to talk to him, but he didn't care that we and her was dating or whatever. But I text my homeboy, you know, seeing how he doing, whatever. And he was like, bruh, your girl over here sending me nudes. Huh? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, what? Being for real? So I'm over here, I'm talking to her. She high as a kite. because she ended up moving. She's a military brat or whatever. She ended up moving over to some other state. I think it was like Mississippi around that time. And she over here high as a kite in class. I'm over here texting her. I'm just like, bro, why you ain't just like, I'm over here cussing her. I'm like, you doing all this and stuff like that. And we was together. Like, that's weird. That's weird behavior, right? And due to the fact she was so unbothered, keep in mind, I told you, like, whenever I get mad, I just be wanting to hit something. Gang, this girl made me so mad. I punched a hole in my room wall. That hole is still there till this day. Like, if I was at my mom's crib, I will show y'all the hole, because it just had me that heated. That John had my stomach hurting, burning, whatever. I've never been that mad around that time in life. So I'm just hurting or whatever, right? And my sister was friends with her at some point. And I'm just like, bro, this girl is like, I'm over here, I'm just going through it. My sister, like, I guess she was trying to stay out the mix, that, or she just genuinely did not care. But like, you know, she's just like, you know, like, I ain't got nothing to do with me, da 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 da, right? And I'm like, I'm mad. She ain't helping the situation. And for me, like, that was my first time, I guess, experiencing like something like that. Cause it's just like, for one, I didn't even want you at first. And I didn't really think you were all that attractive. And you still felt the need to do me dirt, even though I showed you love. Like, gang, I ain't never did that. I ain't never knew about the whole go to sleep on the phone meta. Like, I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never did that. I'm over here doing that with this girl. I'm over here y'all almost caught me. I'm over here going to sleep on the phone with this girl and everything like that. I'm over here on the phone with her all day. It was to the point my cousins were, or not my cousins, but one of my cousins, he started clowning me. He was like, bro, you been on the phone with that girl like all day, bro. Like, and I'm in my head like, you know, I'm like 50-50 with it, because part of it is just like, yeah, bro, like, I know, like, this John low-key getting irritated. My phone getting hot, bro. I keep having to charge my phone. Like, she low-key messing on my phone. Like, bro, I want to get off the phone. But another part of it is like, bro, but I love her. I want to spend some time around her, da-da-da-da-da-da. You feel me? It was just insane how everything spiraled out. And I learned my lesson at that point, or at least I thought I did. And I was like, man, I ain't never dating another ugly chick a day in my life.